Tenta ali embaixo com a esquerda forte, porque ele tá cobrindo com a mão alta, a mão direita dele, entendeu? Isso. Flash aqui. Golpe. Assim, mira.
Ay, Nicky, harto sila. Tome, hijo de puta. Tome, Nicky. Tome, Nicky.
The scene is set up in the White House, but that night there won't be any political drama. It is bound to be full of action, tension, and high-stakes fighting as Alex Pereira steps up to face Ciryl Gane in what might just be one of the most dangerous matches of his life. But with Pereira honing all his weapons and training like a madman, the expectation level for their showdown will surely be beyond anything anyone has ever seen before.
What do we feel about Alex Pereira versus Ciryl Gane? Alex Pereira moving into the heavyweight. Ciryl Gane.
Ciryl Gane.
Ciryl?
Gane.
Ciryl Gane.
Ciryl? Oh, Jesus.
How do you say it?
Ciryl.
How do we think about this fight?
I love it. I mean, Alex Pereira is a big fucking boy. I just saw him in Seattle. I mean, I saw him jump on the scale at 242. Drama.
242.
242.
That's heavy.
Yeah, no, it
heavy.
is. Yeah, it's crazy. And it's not a fat 242 either. It's filled out, but it fits him well.
It does.
Right? Like, it's not like usually people who put on weight and size, they don't have that same movement. They're not moving their head. It almost complements his style, his body, right? So I like that. Obviously, Ciryl Gane has great movement. You saw what he did to Tom Aspinall. He was popping in with the jab. You know, Alex Pereira does have that calf kick that he loves to throw every single time to stop everybody's movement. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how Ciryl Gane does with the pressure that Alex Pereira brings.
Sean Strickland's claim that he still suffers from PTSD after his sparring match with Pereira is sure to make waves, as Strickland himself is known to be a tough cookie. As per Strickland, Pereira has the reputation of being very scary while in the gym, as he always lets his sparring partner land blows only to give him even more frightening counter blows. It seems that Pereira deliberately takes risks when he steps into the gym ring, absorbing all pressure until he finds an opening to deliver a deadly blow which changes everything instantly.
All right. Alex is a little angry today. He's looking a little aggressive.
It's so big. He says he doesn't want to go hard.
I don't want to go hard either. Every time I spar Alex, I can't help but have just a tad bit of PTSD. Just a little bit. I've been like real racist lately, like extra racist. If I'm finally hitting my like final form of like old white man, I don't know. Can we do one light round of them filming? Chama! Oh. Chama the can! We'll just go. Chama the can! I want you to say this in the most insulting way, but also not a way where I'm gonna get hit. He lets you hit him, so a big hook comes. Sometimes he'll let you hit him, so he can hit you harder. Ask me how I know.
That is precisely why Strickland thinks that Pereira might be a real threat for the heavyweight class. In fact, Strickland was bold enough to state that he finds sparring Pereira more difficult than working out with Francis Ngannou, and that is absolutely shocking, taking into account the power of Francis Ngannou's knockouts. However, Strickland claims that Pereira's ability lies in another kind of accuracy. Strickland says that Pereira is a fighter who remains cool even when he takes hits, and then strikes his opponent back so hard and fast that any opponent doesn't stand a chance regardless of how big he is.
What's the tougher spar between Francis and Alex?
Oh, that's a hard one, dude. Alex, you know, and this is where Alex is going to excel so much at heavyweights, because like heavyweights, they're fucking heavyweights. Alex is not a heavyweight. Alex is a 205er with a heavyweight build that could be heavyweight. And that's why you're going to see him succeed so much, because you're fighting lower competition. You're faster, you hit harder.
And Pereira surprised even Chael Sonnen once he met him in person. As Sonnen observed, one of the first things he immediately noticed about Pereira was how large Pereira appeared compared to previous encounters. The most shocking revelation came after Sonnen heard Pereira weighs approximately 250 pounds, a considerable difference from when he would comfortably carry his 240 pounds and cut down to 205. This is because for any fighter, especially one who weighs this much, such growth in natural mass is very telling, since not many fighters grow that much in mass and strength.
And let me set this up. These guys come walking in the room, and I literally just grab Alex. I just grab him by his arm. I start grabbing his bicep. I start grabbing his... God damn. You are huge. So what do you weigh? And he put it in kilos. He said he weighs 113 kilograms. And that's about 250 pounds. I'm probably doing that off the top of my head, 2.2 times 113, but I'll bet you I'm within a pound. And Pereira has hung out, you know, when he would cut down to 205, before the cut, he would hang out when he's feeling good, working out, feeling good, eating at 242. So to be 250 means that he has gained weight. And anytime a guy gains weight, that's very hard.
Sonnen went on to explain how the additional mass on Pereira never seemed clumsy or excessive. Pereira appeared to be a full athlete, stronger, faster, and legitimately intimidating to face up close, according to Sonnen. But what truly frightened him was the thought of how much havoc Pereira would wreak coming in at close to 250 pounds after already putting elite fighters to sleep at 185 and 205. The vision Sonnen conjured was that of an athlete who already dealt death with his strikes, and now that power would only increase tenfold.
Now the question comes, well, what kind of weight was it? And I can tell you, muscle. He looked good. Mom, did he look good?
Yes, he looked really
I mean, he looked like an athlete, and it was something about it that was terrifying, quite frankly. Like, you've seen the destruction that Alex Pereira can do when he weighs 185 pounds. You have seen the destruction, right? The best guys on earth get their lights shut off by this guy at 205 pounds. So now imagine that same guy at 250 pounds. Like, I mean, I can only imagine. I'm literally telling you, whatever this guy hits, whatever this guy kicks, it's going to be a problem. There was some movie, might have been a blood sport, but it was some movie like that where he goes, whatever he hits, he destroys. Whatever Alex Pereira hits, like to have a reasonable belief that he's going to destroy, considering he already has smaller and weaker, just as incredible.
After having met Pereira personally, Donald Trump himself was clearly very surprised by the presence of the MMA star. After shaking hands with him, Trump made remarks about how enormous and strong he felt, mentioning how intimidating the strength of his punches is. Considering the fact that Trump has been around many great athletes and fighters throughout his life, his response only further adds to Pereira's aura. Once again proving the point that Pereira is a powerful man in more ways than one, his physical presence was enough for people to realize that they were around someone dangerous.
I would like to thank the opportunity to be fighting on the White House. We know it's a special event that everybody would like to be present to make the feel special. Thank you.
Thank you very much. One of the greatest punches in the history of the business. And just shook his hand. He's a large hand. That's a powerful hand. It's
And in the midst of a heated discussion, Kamaru Usman and Henry Cejudo gave their opinions about what would become of Pereira after he achieves his dream of becoming a 3-division UFC champion. It seems that there is a massive divide when it comes to the opinion of whether or not a run like that by Pereira will put him among the 5 greatest fighters ever. Cejudo was quoted as saying that such an achievement would see Pereira join the likes of Jon Jones and become one of the 5 greatest fighters ever. However, Usman believed that Pereira would only get into the top 15 at best.
Will Alex Pereira be considered top 5 of all time if he goes to beat Ciryl Gane and becomes undisputed heavyweight champion? It's becoming undisputed because remember that interim title, it's not real. He beats Ciryl Gane and he beats Tom Aspinall. He's in the top 5, greatest of all time.
Top 5, not the greatest?
No, because he was kind of pushed.
I think Alex Pereira puts himself in rarefied air if this man be the first ever and only 3-division champion in UFC history.
You would put him ahead of Jon Jones.
What are we talking about? I'm saying one of the best ever. We've got to put him in the conversation. Right now?
I put him top 15, top 20.
And this is precisely the reason why Francis Ngannou thinks that this fight has so much potential, because it is not just a matter of size, but also how one uses their size advantage. Though recognizing that Pereira is technically big enough for the heavyweight division, Ngannou recognizes that it is not the matter of size, but rather Pereira's style of fighting that poses a threat. The style of Pereira is characterized by planting on the ground and explosiveness, with his punches and kicks coming off the perfect timing and making him a dangerous counterfighter. On the contrary, Gane always moves and changes angles and distance with a lot of footwork.
Pereira, Ciryl Gane, how do you see that match? Does size really matter in heavyweight?
Yes, size matters, but I think Pereira has a decent size for heavyweight. This is a big guy. The fight they might be the same weight.
So what would you say for a guy like Ciryl Gane going up against a hard hitter like Alex Pereira?
This is a good matchup for him. Heavy hand, but stationary, doesn't move as much.
Ciryl Gane's movement is different. It's problematic.
It's very problematic for him trying to get on his nerve. Ciryl is very agile and Pereira is very stationary. And he doesn't officially have a wrestling that can respond. But again, he might be working on something that we haven't seen yet. But Cyryl's style is different and give him an edge on this case.
When breaking down the matchup between Pereira and Gane, Demetrius Johnson and Michael Bisping were both clearly intrigued by how Pereira's move to heavyweight could change everything. They noted that Pereira is no longer a small light heavyweight. He's walking around close to 242 pounds, and it doesn't look like added bulk that slows him down. Instead, his size seems to blend perfectly with his style, still allowing him to move sharp while carrying serious power. Johnson pointed out that Gane's biggest weapon is elite movement and a sharp jab, but Bisping emphasized that Pereira's calf kicks and forward pressure could disrupt that rhythm quickly.
What do we feel about Alex Pereira versus Ciryl Gane? Alex Pereira moving into the heavyweight. Ciryl Gane.
Ciryl Gane.
Ciryl?
Ciryl
Ciryl?
Gane.
Ciryl.
Oh, Jesus.
How do you say it?
Ciryl.
Ciryl. How do we think about this fight?
I love it. I mean, Alex Pereira is a big fucking boy. I just saw him in Seattle. I mean, I saw him jump on the scale at 242. Drama. 242.
That's heavy.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And it's not a fat 242 either. It's filled out, but it fits him well.
It does.
Right? Like, it's not like usually people who put on weight and size, they don't have that same movement. They're not moving their head. It almost complements his style, his body, right? So I like that. Obviously, Ciryl Gane has great movement. You saw what he did to Tom Aspinall. He was popping in with the jab. You know, Alex Pereira does have that calf kick that he loves to throw every single time to stop everybody's movement. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how Ciryl Gane does with the pressure that Alex Pereira brings.
That's also why Alexander Volkov leaned slightly toward Gane when breaking down the fight with Pereira. He explained that Gane's constant movement, sharp footwork, and heavy use of feints could create real problems for Pereira, especially as he transitions fully into the heavyweight division. While Pereira's power and counter-striking remain the biggest threat in the matchup, Volkov pointed out that Gane rarely stays in front of opponents long enough to be an easy target. From his perspective, Pereira would have to force pressure and initiate exchanges, but against someone as elusive and intelligent as Gane, that becomes a very difficult puzzle to solve over 5 rounds.
Just ready. Who do you see win this particular fight between Ciryl and Alex Pereira?
I see Ciryl more favorite in this fight, honestly. He have a really great footwork. Right now, I really respect Alex Pereira, his power, but I don't know how he will show up in heavyweight division, and I don't know what he will be do with Ciryl Gane style of how he move in octagon, because Pereira need to pressure the guy or working on counterattacks. Ciryl Gane don't give him both opportunity. He just punch or kick and move a lot of fakes. it will be a hard thing that Alex Pereira should to solve in the fight. I'm not sure he can do this.
Thank you.
Additionally, Waldo Cortez Acosta didn't hesitate when asked to compare the striking of Gane and Pereira, and his answer immediately sparked debate. He explained that Gane's style feels more complete for mixed martial arts because of how fluid, dynamic, and mobile he is inside the octagon, constantly blending movement with clean technical striking. In his view, Pereira's striking comes from a more kickboxing-heavy background, while Gane's approach is built to adapt across all phases of MMA. That difference, according to Cortez Acosta, is what makes Gane the more well-rounded striker in a pure MMA context, even in a potential high-level heavyweight clash.
Oh, you believe that Ciryl Gane beats Alex Pereira, right?
In like a points, yeah. But there be like a 2x2 punch. I think Alex Pereira.
So you're not sure who wins. It could go either way. I guess.
Either way.
Who do you want to fight for the title?
Either way. I know it no matter who win, both of them as Pereira win, I want to fight win, or Ciryl Gane win, I want to fight. No matter what person is.
Who's the better striker between the two?
Ciryl Gane.
You think Ciryl Gane's a better striker than Pereira?
Yeah, I think so because it's more versatility, like moving back,
athletic.
Moving front side. Yeah, this is
Dynamic.
In dynamic in that kind of art, martial art. In boxing is different.
Sure.
You know, in martial arts, the Ciryl Gane have a more
well-rounded.
Last
question.
Then Artem Vakitov, the last man to beat Alex Pereira in kickboxing, believes Pereira's added heavyweight size could backfire in his fight with Ciryl Gane. He argues the extra weight may help with durability and grappling, but could slightly reduce sharpness and striking, especially against a natural heavyweight like Gane, who thrives on speed and movement. What do you think about Alex Pereira's training and heavyweight move? Comment who wins, Pereira or Ciryl Gane, and don't forget to subscribe for more fight updates.